Hi guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and today I thought I haven't done a book haul in a while, mostly because I haven't been to a bookstore in a while. Like where I used to be at, the nearest bookstore for me was an hour and a half away. No joke, I couldn't get books anywhere else except Goodwill. Goodwill, while they have some good choices, they don't have everything that I want. So I just decided. So whenever me and my husband moved to Pennsylvania, I found out that there's actually a bookstore 10 minutes from where we live, which is like a miracle to me because I've never had a bookstore that close to me. Me except whenever I was younger and I had Hastings in my hometown. How many people still remember Hastings? I know it only closed like 3 years ago, but it was like the shit for buying books, and then I couldn't buy books for like the longest time after they closed. So I've been annoyed, and I decided while I was still living in New Mexico to get the Audible app because it was either that or go to the library, and I didn't have enough time in the world to all the time in the world to go to the library. I love the library. If you could contribute to your libraries, go because they're amazing. Amazing, and the books are free, and all you have to do is return them. But I never really had time to go to the library, so I got really into audiobooks lately. So this one I have like this book haul I have 3 physical books and then I have my Audible books for this book haul. I think I'm gonna go for the Audible collection because I haven't shared what I actually have in my Audible at the moment. Sometimes it changes. Sometimes I switch out audiobooks because they have this feature on Audible. This is not sponsored by Audible, by the way. I just really like using them. I wish they would sponsor me, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But I have quite a few Audible books, some that I'm still listening to. So sorry. So I'm gonna tell you guys what all I have and have not finished from my Audible books, as well as my physical books, because I haven't done a book haul in God knows how long. I think it's been 2 years. 2 years, and I didn't even bring all my books with me. Maybe they're all still in storage in New Mexico, but someday I'll bring them. I just can't bring them at the moment. So, the first audiobook I have is Elena Vanishing by Elena Dunkel and Claire B. Dunkel. I've already read this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was pretty good. And Elena Vanishing is actually a nonfiction book about Elena Dunkel, and it's told from when she was a freshman in college, I believe. It's either that or she starts off in high school. It was one or the two. It's told from that start all the way to like 4 to 5 years of her life with an eating disorder. This book was amazingly graphic, and I do love this book. It's probably one of my favorites of the year. And the audiobook is excellent. It takes a little bit to get into it, but when you do, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. But I like Elena Vanishing. The next book I have is Female the Species by Minnie McGinnis. I've actually finished this book. It's a very good book. It's told by 3 characters. It's Alex, PK, and I think his name is Justin. I don't remember the boy character in this one. I think his name is Justin. But it's mostly the story about what happens in Alex's life after her sister is raped and killed. And I'm not gonna do any spoilers past that, but there's something that happens on to her sister's rapist very early in the book. book you're probably just gonna read it and find out, and it's the repercussions of what happens to him afterwards. And Alex just like living with what happened to her sister and this guy, and it's pretty good. I think my favorite character in this one is actually PK. I liked Alex well enough, and Justin was like a hit or miss for me. I didn't like him sometimes, and sometimes I did, but PK, definitely my favorite. So the next book I have here on my Audible list is Game Board of Gods by Rochelle Mead. I still have 12 hours and 15 minutes remaining of Game Board of Gods. Getting through it slowly, but it's like a chunker. The next one I have on my Audible list is Gemini by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. If you haven't got the Illuminae files on an audiobook, I highly suggest them. They're great. The next book I have on my Audible list is Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. I finished this book 2 months ago. It's a pretty good book. Like, I don't know how to describe books that great, so bear with me. Next book I have on my Audible list is one I actually finished this month, and that was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm trying to go through one Harry Potter each month now, and I'm trying to use the Audible app to get through the Harry Potter books because I like listening to them at my work while I'm cleaning, and there aren't many customers around because I like to do my own thing at work too. The next book I have is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I have those. I have The Last to Let Go by Amber Smith. That one was okay. I like The Way I Used to Be better. One's pretty good. Of course, I got Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff because this is my favorite trilogy to Audible. Listen to an audiobook. Next audiobook I have is another finished one, and that's A Reaper of the Gates by Sabah Tahir. That one was a hard one to get through. That's the third book in the Ember and the Ashes series. I didn't want to buy it because they switched the covers on me, and I love the old covers to death. I have to get one where the covers are matching, not the new ones because they look too much thrown a glass at you for me, so I don't buy the new ones. I like the old ones. I really do. And I hate cover changes through the middle of the series. That's not okay. It's annoying as shit. And they don't even match the hardcovers, they match the paperback ones. Like, I'm not gonna have, like, 2 paperbacks and a hardcover. Sorry, not sorry. But the next one I have is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I actually finished this. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was great. The next one I have is Sadie by Courtney Summers. I loved Courtney Summers with Some Girls Are, and I hope that Sadie is still good. This one I still have 7 hours and 25 minutes remaining. The next one I have that I still need to get through is Stalking Jep the Ripper by James Patterson and Carrie Masakalo. I am horrible at names. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but I still have 6 hours and 48 minutes remaining on that one. I also have Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls, which is by Lynn Warrington. And that's 5 hours and 53 minutes I still have to go. I also got Tell Me Lies by Carolyn Lovering, I think her name is, and that one I still have 12 hours and 20 minutes. I also have Too Late by Colleen Hoover, also known as C. Hoover on this one because it's more erotic and violent, so I got that one. I also got Warcross by Marie Lu. The Way I Used to Be by Rebecca Ross, and, well, actually, Amber Smith is narrated by Rebecca Ross. Also, if you got Audible, I would highly suggest a book narrated by Rebecca Ross, because she's, like, my favorite Audible person. I could listen to her voice all day. And then the last one I got on my Audible is The You I've Never Known by Ellen Hopkins. Hawkins, I finished this one, by the way. I finished 2 books so far, and one is a physical book. So the next thing I have here is the 3 physical books I got from Barnes & Noble. This one I'm on chapter 6 of, and that's Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake. Like, I've actually not read an Ashley Herring Blake book. The other 2 offers I have here, I've at least read multiple or one of them. I haven't read an Ashley Herring Blake one. And this one sounded pretty interesting. Girl Made of Stars is about Mara. I love the name Mara, by the way, side note. Is about Mara. Is about Mara, whose world is flipped upside down when one of her best friends accuses her brother of rape. And I find this story to be pretty interesting because usually when it comes to stories about rape, we either see through the eyes of the person being raped or the person who has committed a crime, and we never really get to see how it affects the family personally firsthand. Like, they try, but they don't really go through all the emotions. I don't really have characters what it's like to be someone whose family has committed this horrific crime. And then, of course, she also has problems with her ex Charlie in this book. And it sounds like a really good book. So far, it's good. So far, I'm only on chapter 6. It might get, like, really great, and it might be one of my favorites. Side note on this book, this note is, like, physically so beautiful. I love the cover. I also love, like, if y'all don't know, I'm, like, really into astrology. This is my zodiac sign for Cancer on my arm, and they actually, if you get really close to the book, they have zodiac signs on them. And then, like, all the constellations that the zodiacs are also based upon, and astrology also takes part in this book, I believe, and I love astrology. It's just, like, one of my favorites, and I can't wait until I'm, like, done with this book. Not in a bad way, but I'm excited. I haven't read one of her books, so here's to hoping I like it. So this book, I'm gonna take the cover off because I know some people like to take the covers off if something is triggering in this book. In this book, like, I didn't like this book. I'm gonna go first off on saying this is by one of my favorite authors, and I did not like this book. Spoiler alert for my wrap up. My September wrap up. I didn't like this book. It went in a direction I totally hated. I thought it did some pretty cool and interesting things within the story, but the ending of the story was so not worth putting me through those interesting yet things that I hated. Like, I'll explain more on why I felt like this book was cool in my September wrap up, but at the same time, I hate this book with a passion. It is one of the worst books this author has wrote, in my personal opinion. Some people love this book. A lot of people hate it. I think it's getting really mixed reviews. And that is People Kill People by Ellen Hopkins. I got this book. I flew through this book. I read it in like 2 to 3 days. And yeah, I don't really like this book. I thought this book would be so much different than what it was, and I feel like the author could have got her message across a little bit better. Ellen Hopkins, I know, could do better. Like, I have read all her books except maybe two, and that's because I haven't got to them yet. I've read almost all of Ellen Hopkins' books, and this one just really disappointed me. And Ellen Hopkins almost never disappoints me, and it's crazy. This is just one of those books I did not like. Like, I felt like it was very poorly done. I don't know. Have any of you read People Kill People? Would you like a spoiler review done for me, comment down below, let me know, because this book, I have a lot of thoughts, and this book actually makes me really angry, so the next book I have here is the new one that I can't wait to get to by Tamara Ireland Stone, and that is Little Do We Know. Now, I love this cover. I was attracted to this cover, and then I saw who wrote it. And for people who watched me like 2 years ago, they know Every Last Word was one of my all-time favorite books of the year. And this one I feel is gonna be great too. This one is about Hannah and Avery, two ex-best friends. I don't know more than that. That apparently there's a secret that tore them apart, or will eventually tear them apart will they rekindle their friendship. But like, this book is all about ex-friendships, and I really want to hope this is one of those not secret romance books. Like, I don't care about any romance in books, but I hope there is not love interest in this book to tear apart from the overall story, because I like romance in books, but I really just want to read about two ex-best friends. Because I have ex-best friends. I had people who I thought were my ride or dies, and they turned out not to be great people overall. But I really hope this book does ex-best friends justice and rekindling romances, and I just really hope it's great. Every Last Word impressed me. Hopefully this one will too. But there you guys have it. That was all the books that I've accumulated, and audiobooks that I've accumulated in the past year, at least. Well, it's not all of them. Let's put it out there. But it's definitely a start. And I'll try to be better at these book hauls. I'm not sure if I'll be better, but I'll try. But thank you guys. I hope you have a lovely day, night, wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!